C3 is the Croydon Creative Collective, which is a partnership of arts organisations based in Croydon, making work with and by and for young people. And it is led by Croydon Music and Arts. C3 is all about bringing brilliant performing arts opportunities to young people in Croydon. We are especially keen to reach those who might not consider themselves as artists or might not necessarily engage as easily with the work. We've got theatre, dance, spoken word and performance poetry and music production training opportunities. We run studios in school time as well as outside of school in neighbourhood studios. C3 is funded by Arts Council England and is part of the wider Youth Performance Partnership Fund. Specifically, we are exploring how we can use co-creation, working with young people as collaborators, both to make performance work as well as how to design and deliver arts projects. We have commissioned some companies to really explore what co-creation in practice looks like in terms of making performance work with young people as the artistic collaborators. We will be showcasing these companies as part of our C3 Live event in September 2022. So we're really excited to see what they have created.
Hi, my name's Angel and I'm a dancer at Bird Gang. It's like this opportunity given to perform with Bird Gang as a whole. Bird Gang's a good way for younger children to come together and dance alongside each other.
Today we're rehearsing for C3 Festival. The show is based on like 4 elements: fire, wind, earth and water. It's not necessarily all hip hop. Some of it's street, contemporary.
It's a 15 to 20 minute piece that incorporates different styles, different themes and different people. I've enjoyed meeting new people and learning new choreography because it helps improve my knowledge of dance as well.
I've enjoyed the sense of freedom that we've been given to be able to just create our own and let loose, basically.
I'm really considering having dance as a career in the future, and Bird Gang's really opened my eyes to show me that that is possible and that there's a lot of things that I have to do to work to get there, but it is achievable.
Hi, my name is Simeon Campbell. I am a Bird Gang choreographer and the lead for Bird Kids. Bird Gang is an amalgamation of different styles based around hip hop, so what we call a hip hop, which is hip hop foundation with all our individual styles attached to them. At the moment, we are working on a piece for C3 where we will be going over to Fairfield Halls and to do a big sharing. I guess our main thing has been about co-creation, so these guys have been helping out kind of make these dance pieces and giving a theme and giving something to work towards. I feel like it's been a really interesting week. I think they've taken it on a lot quicker and a lot faster than I anticipated it would be. But I think the level in here also is really, really good, so that really helps.
We kind of started off on day one trying to get some ideas down as to what the piece could be about. And we finally settled on the idea of the 4 elements, so fire, water, earth and air. So there's different pieces within the set that represent the different elements. And the young people, some of them have chosen the elements they want to do. Sometimes we've got big group pieces that we've given them the element to explore. You know, the real benefit of it is that you get to bounce ideas off of each other.
Hi, my name is Flo Omani and I am the director for Things I Shouldn't Carry for the Zuko Young Company. Things I Shouldn't Carry has been co-created with our young people, so we have a cast of 8 amazing performers, 14 to 18-year-olds, all of them wanting to gain kind of a feeling of what it's like to be in a professional theatre company. So when we say co-creation, what that means in practice is that the young people have developed their own characters. They've talked about what themes and topics are important to them and that they want to express in the play. And then we've brought in a professional playwright to help them shape those ideas into a script. I think performing on this big stage at the Ashcroft Playhouse in the Fairfield Halls is an amazing opportunity for our young people to really understand that we're taking them seriously as artists and to have their stories platformed in a way that is akin to, if not above, a lot of professional plays. I mean, you know, playing to an 800-seat audience, I think it gives the respect that our young people deserve to have their stories kind of told on big main stages as though they are professional artists. I think too often in the arts we tell young people what's good for them, and we say like, here's your script, here's your part, take it, learn it, I'm going to tell you what to do. And I think this kind of co-creation model is really vital because it is far more collaborative. Things I Shouldn't Carry is a story about 8 teenagers who are attending a sixth form in Croydon. It's a school that's maybe not got enough resources, and where they feel like all of the kind of measures put into place by the adults around them aren't necessarily the things that keep them safe or keep them protected or able to express themselves. There's lots of kind of very visual motifs around like literally carrying stuff, so every character chose their own backpack and we use them in the piece for like movement sequences and puppets. Throughout, all of the characters find some way to express the thing that they're carrying and to either alleviate the burden of it or share the weight with a friend, or express it so that it's out in the open.
So we each add our own part into the play. So we've created our own characters, which are really cool, and what they like, what like their secret is, or what they're carrying. That's the like theme of the play.
So how it started is that we all improvised characters and stuff, and all our sessions were just improvisations, and we made everything up. Now we're like learning our lines, putting the script on its feet. It feels fun. Yeah, it's really different because like we've been in the studio for long, and then we like go on the stage and it's like there's all these seats. So at first it's really weird, but I think I like it even better on the stage because the performance really like, it grows, everything becomes bigger.
I found it quite interesting because I am younger than everyone else here. It's like my first time performing on a big stage, so it's like quite nerve-wracking but also like a really exciting experience for me, I think. I think it's an amazing company and I've really enjoyed working here with everyone and all the people that have come in to help. I think it's been a great help for me, like in my acting and everything, so thank you to them.
Hi, I'm Ufuma and I'm part of Croydon Young Leaders and I'm in the marketing section. Today we are at Croydon Town Hall. What I have enjoyed from this project is working with different ages and different people from different areas of Croydon. We've got to work in Fairfield Halls, which is normally not used for people of our age. So it was nice to see and show other people what Fairfield Halls can do for us. What I've learned about co-creation is that you have to work with other people you're not quite familiar with to come together to create a project. And in our education system, we don't really work with other people. So this is not something I'm used to, but I've really enjoyed.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm a young leader. I'm one of the hosts of this project. I think one of the things that I really liked about working with this project is that my views were actually heard and implemented, and that I was actually really respected. The stuff that I said was actually going into like the project. The other thing that I also liked about it was that I could see how young people were doing in the creative side. I think the thought of going on stage and hosting does scare me, but I think when it comes to the actual day, I'll be more comfortable. There's more hosts here, there's people that I can actually share that pressure with.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm a young leader. I do the media marketing within the group for our C3 Live event. Today we're at Croydon Town Hall where we are planning for the event and preparing other small pieces. Young Leaders is a part of the C3 program, which is under CMA, Croydon Music Arts. Within our group, we do things like arts and events management, which gives us as young people experience within those fields and also develop skills in leadership and organisational skills, whilst also knowing how to work in a collaborative environment as well. It gives us the chance as well to get involved within the arts within our borough and showcase other young people and our peers and their talents and what they've come up with over the months and terms. In future, I am planning to study within the creative industry and also get work experience. With Young Leaders, I have been able to have work experience as a photographer and videographer for the last event and build up my portfolio to show to potential employers and also help with the experience of uni coursework and applying that to that course as well.
So hi, I'm Shri. I'm a mentor, music director of young Croydon composers and choreographers, alongside another mentor, which is Dennis Rollins. And we're here at Fairfield Halls, one of the iconic spaces in Croydon. Today is the dress rehearsal, where everything comes together. We rehearse the whole thing in the right costumes and try to do everything as snappily and as smartly as we can, like we would do it in the performance tomorrow. And today we also get to see the other acts that are alongside us. Co-creation at a young age sets a very good precedent for life. I think it makes people more open-minded, makes people more open to different cultures, different genres, different types of music. Your world's not your oyster anymore, and you're not the king of the hill, but you just realize there's a lot around you and lots of different things around you. In that way, I mean, the co-creation leads to people bringing their ideas from what they're used to, but then you end up with this hybrid composition or hybrid work that is usually more interesting than the sum of its parts. You know? Both Dennis and I are very non-intrusive when it comes to the way the pieces are composed. I don't say anything unless I have to. It's usually, the process is about, because they're young people and they've never composed before, the process is about capturing a thought that someone has and asking them to hold on to that idea and asking someone else to respond to that idea, helping them compose, and that's the most important thing. And that's how we work, and we are always astounded by what results we get. I always find that they're not prepared for how massive it feels to be on a fantastic stage with lights and PA and people running around, and you know, it's like it's in rehearsals it feels pretty cool, but you're still in a school room or something like that. But suddenly they're on stage and it feels like the big time, they've arrived, you know, and suddenly they take it more seriously. Interestingly, not very afraid of it, but also they know we have their backs. I hope they all become stars tomorrow. For me, I've enjoyed, along with the project director Shireen Triram, getting to this stage of composition, of co-creation in this microcosm of Croydon.
Hi, my name is Temujin Gill and I'm Artistic Director of Grounded Movement. So we've been working on a really eclectic piece where we've been working with musicians or composers and dancers or choreographers, and building 4 pieces, 4 bands and 4 companies or 4 pieces of dance that are going to go alongside the pieces that the bands have been working on, with some really sort of interesting themes that the young people came up with themselves. It's been absolutely fascinating getting them into the idea of having to develop some of their skills, because people come from different perspectives. Some of the young people had the experience of dance and some didn't. And it's finding how to bring their strengths to the fore, find good ways for them to sort of really challenge their own ideas, but also learn about the whole idea of performing and collaborating and working as a team as well. At first, obviously, we had to do some warm-up, some general sort of technical style work with them, just to find out where they were at. And then we sort of set different tasks based on some of the themes that came out of our discussions with them.
Hi, my name is Jimmy and I'm part of the Young Croydon Composers, and I'm here today for the final practice before the concert at Fairfield Halls. The project for me has been a really good experience, and I'm sure it's been a good experience for my fellow bandmates. I feel like I've created a lot of bonds in the band. Plan A is to become a musician. It's what I've always wanted to be. You know, I practice hard every day, guitar, I also play piano as well, and I feel like, yeah, music is my future.
Hi, my name is Aman and I'm taking part in the Young Croydon Composers. This is the second song that I've written lyrics for, so it was really fun co-writing with Grace. I made lots of new friends here. It's also my first time composing on a flute, since I'm not really used to it. The majority of my hopes are to do with music, some of them on the business side, some on the actual producing side. So this as a whole was a really good experience. I have thought about other things media related, and this has also got me an insight on media aspects of music.
Hi, my name's Layla, I'm 11, I'm a dancer and I'm part of the Young Croydon Composers and Choreographers. We started off in like a classroom when we first came, and then we progressed to like a dance studio, and then we ended up here at Fairfield Halls. I quite like it. I like being on a big stage. I've learned how to like cooperate with other people. When we started off in like the classrooms, we made like little dances with a partner or maybe a group of people, and we added that into the dance we're doing at Fairfield Halls, so yeah, I think we did get to be quite creative.
The project has been crazy for me, to be honest. Like, we all started, not in a small room, but in like a room, not knowing anyone, like literally no one knew anyone, to come together and make this project. I think it's quite a big thing, and yeah, I've really enjoyed what we've become so far. Hopefully we can go even further in the future. We did 2 pieces. We did one called Lyrical Flow, that was our first piece, and that one kind of meaning like everyone expressing themselves in a different way. So basically you have different types of dancing, street dance, Afrobeat. The mentors, the choreographers, they have a huge part to play as well, but mainly when it comes to the actual choreography, it was more down to us and how we wanted it. My hopes for the future, actor / dancer, put that in musical theatre, yeah, that works together well.
So today is C3 Live Day. It's a day where it all comes together. So we're currently setting up for a bit of a party in the foyer space. We've got young people putting up games, we've got a DJ, we've got a band. It's all been managed by our young producers. Our show's happening in the Ashcroft Theatre. We've got a section of performances featuring about 80 different young performers from Croydon. So it's exciting.
Hey everybody, we have got an amazing evening of performances. Give me some noise!
Listen, spinning this ride on my maverick, active flow, let me land it, practice makes perfect, so I practice, lyrical, clinical flow, militant, diligent, this for show, I'm switching it, flipping it, letting it go, like, my flow's unmatched, she's talking a lot, think he lost his cap.